What if Russia cut the UK's internet cables? Recently, Russia sent submarines into the UK's exclusive economic zone to map out national infrastructure, that being undersea internet cables. So I wanted to discuss what might happen if those cables were attacked. For some quick context, subsea telecommunication cables run for thousands of miles across the world and form the backbone of the global internet. In deeper water, they lie directly on the seabed, and in shallower areas near the coast, they are buried for protection. These cables are typically ran by private businesses and carry everything from financial transactions to WhatsApp messages. So as you can probably gather, they're absolutely critical to how modern countries function. In September 2025, a parliamentary joint committee published a report on subsea telecommunication cables. It examined what might happen in a worst-case scenario, specifically a coordinated attack in the lead-up to a conflict. Cutting a single cable wouldn't cause a collapse. The network is designed with redundancies, data can be rerouted, and most people wouldn't even notice. But if multiple cables were damaged at the same time, along with the destruction of cable landing stations, which connect sea cables to national infrastructure, the impact could be far more serious. You could see widespread disruption to international connectivity, affecting the UK's access to services hosted overseas, including sites using domains such as .com and .eu. Over time, even accessing .uk websites could become more difficult. The report additionally notes that these disruptions could have cascading effects, meaning outages could persist even after connections are restored. In addition to this, domestic internet and phone signal blackouts could occur. This could then damage transport and supply chains, particularly where systems rely on real-time payments or verification, potentially delaying fuel or food deliveries. Damaging multiple cables could also have a significant impact on the financial sector, although the authors note that the exact effects are uncertain. So that's what could happen, but how vulnerable is the UK in practice? The answer is quite vulnerable. Cable landing stations are particularly exposed. These can be rendered inoperable via unsophisticated sabotage. In addition, a significant amount of data passes through a relatively small number of cables and landing sites. While data can be rerouted, it's not clear how effective that would be in a large-scale disruption. Cable repair times are also lengthy. Repairs in the Irish Sea could take around a week, while mid-Atlantic cables could take several weeks. The UK also does not own any sovereign repair vessels, instead relying entirely on privately owned cable repair vessels. Lastly, coastal radar only covers around 22% of the UK's exclusive economic zone, while underwater awareness is even more challenging. Now, despite this being a grim picture, causing mass internet disruption is by no means an easy task. The report suggests that a sophisticated operation involving targeting onshore infrastructure and national connections to Europe would likely be required to cause national-level disruption, although the report still notes that these systems remain vulnerable. Moreover, the distance and depth between cables limits the capacity to destroy large numbers of cables simultaneously. Monitoring schemes are also increasing, which hopefully will translate into the UK and its allies being more equipped to prevent damage to subsea cables. Ultimately, I'll end with what I say at the end of most of my videos. In order for the UK to become more resilient, we need to spend more on defence.